gals, this is Miss Eakes here at Bethany, and today we are going to be learning about the clarinet. I have one right here that is almost put together, and then I have one that's still in its case. So I thought I would show you how we put it together first. So here's the one in its case. You want to open it on a flat surface, like a table, or on the floor. You do not want to put it in your lap, because if you have it open in your lap and you have all the pieces out, you could accidentally let it fall, okay? So that's why you want to have it on a flat surface like a table or the floor. So I'm going to open mine up, and here is my clarinet right here. Let's count how many pieces we have today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to the clarinet that we have to put together. The clarinet is one of the instruments that have the most pieces in a band. So when you put an instrument together, most instruments you just have to take a mouthpiece and put it on, or maybe you have to take 2 parts to put it together like a flute, but this one has 5 pieces. So let's put the clarinet together. So I'm going to open the case here, and I am going to take out the lower joint here. And then I'm also going to take out the next piece that looks kind of similar to it. It's a little bit shorter than it. So this is called the upper joint. So lower joint, upper joint. And you got it. This one's going to go on top. And I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to put my hand on my keys here, and I'm going to twist. If you look really carefully here, there are 2 keys that kind of overlap. So I'm going to twist it, make sure they are overlapping. And then I'm going to take the part of my instrument that looks like a bell, and it is called a bell. Twist it on. Now I have my barrel. And last but not least, my mouthpiece. I am going to take off the mouthpiece cap, and then I am also going to take off the silver part here on the mouthpiece. This is called the ligature. It holds on the reed. Twist that on. You're going to notice on your mouthpiece there's going to be a hole there. This hole is going to line up with the back key and the 1 key right here too. And then next is going to be our reed. So I have a reed case that I'm going to open, and these are reeds that I have already previously used, so that's why they're in a case. When you get a reed, it's usually in a package, and it looks like this. So this is what the clarinet reed looks like. Not too big. It looks very similar to the saxophone reed, but the saxophone reed is bigger. This right here, you're going to put it in your mouth and you want to wet it. The reason why is when you play on it, you want this reed to make sound. And in order to do that, it has to be wet, and it's going to vibrate on your instrument here to make the sound. So I'm putting it in my mouth. If you've ever had a popsicle stick in your mouth, it kind of tastes like that. It just tastes like wood. Okay, my reed is nice and wet. I'm going to put it on, make sure it's all lined up, and then put on my ligature, and this holds the reed in place so it doesn't move around too much. So when I play on my reed, there's going to be air going through here, and this reed right here is going to vibrate really, really fast to make the sound. So clarinets are made out of a few different things. You have all these keys on here and buttons, and if you press them, you'll see them move, and that controls what sound you're making, what pitch. And the material on them, on the black part, could be made out of wood, or it could be made out of plastic. This is my clarinet back when I was in middle school band. So this is a plastic clarinet, which is, if you decide to do middle school band, this is probably the one you're going to be getting. Plastic clarinet plays exactly the same, but it's all made of plastic. And then you have your metal keys. And then when I got older and I realized I want to play the clarinet more, I got a wooden clarinet. So this one just has a little bit darker sound than the plastic one. So this one's made out of wood, but they look pretty similar, don't they? So here is the sounds on the clarinet. So I can make some low sounds. If I press all the keys down, I can make the lowest sound on the clarinet, and it goes. And if I lift up my fingers, I can make different sounds on it. Let's see how high the clarinet can sound. So that was the chromatic scale on the clarinet. I was like all the notes from the lowest note up to the very high note on the clarinet. So the fun thing about the clarinet, it has a really big range. So before we go today, I thought I would play a piece that you might recognize. It's from Peter and the Wolf. Do you remember that story in music class? It's where we had each character of the story was represented by a different instrument. And the clarinet was in the story Peter and the Wolf. Do you remember what character the clarinet was? If you said cat, you were right. It was the cat. It was when the cat was starting to chase the little bird and try to get it, but the bird got away. So here's the piece from Peter and the Wolf for the cat part. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you very soon. Bye.